What is going on, fellow Wastelanders? Welcome back to the channel. Shockradio here. There is so much to cover in the planned balanced changes in the upcoming season. News release from today, and there is a test server that opens in like literally 30 minutes that I want to get on the test server, so I need your help. Should I stream the test server for you guys to come by and test things? For those of you guys that do not have access to any of this stuff, all this stuff will be in the test server that we're going to talk about today. I'm thinking about streaming today, tomorrow. Sunday's definite, but what do you guys think? Should I go live in like an hour, or should I stream tomorrow on the test server? Let me know in the comments below, and we'll do a test server stream this weekend for you guys. Let's get right into this update. So much crazy things that are happening, guys. So the next update will start a new season in CROSSOUT, and we'll also bring a number of balance changes. We invite you to personally try out and share your impressions of all the changes before they're introduced into the game on a special test server. So again, I'll be on that test server today, maybe either making videos or I might stream it if you guys want to live stream. So let me know in the comments. Ram damage. The base ram damage has been increased by 10%. However, they reduced the bonus to ram damage for bumpers, passive melee weapons, goblin, gremlin, and Draco. Oh yes. And removed the bonus completely for Bastion. Wow. That's crazy. That's crazy. I've always said that that's nuts that like Draco, and I'm a Firebug player, I'm sorry guys, but Draco always had like some extra perks because of that ram damage, and they're taking out that bonus ram damage. That's crazy. For bumpers, passive melee weapons are all gonna lose that bonus to ram damage. That's crazy. Currently, the difference between dealing ram damage with a regular part and a part that has a ram damage bonus is too great. Ramming an enemy with a regular part does significantly less damage than ramming with a part with the bonus. The change levels out the difference and reduces the maximum possible damage. So, rip all the bumpers. No more hovers that just bump into your cabin and blow you up. That's gonna suck. I love running my hovers with one bumper attached and blowing up someone's cabin. Wonderful. Young Wang, Fortune, and Porcupine disabled the projectile's inertia. This change was announced before, but got postponed due to feedback. As promised, we'll give you the opportunity to test the change on the test server. You will also have access to a poll on this change, the results of which will influence the decision. So they're really taking their time with the Young Wang, Fortune, Porcupine. So curious. I don't use any of those, so we're going to be curious to see what all the Porcupine, Fortune, and Young Wang users have to say about this. So the Tempest. A lot of people have been saying that the Tempest is really good. I used the Tempest recently, and it was actually pretty damn good, especially with the a beacon cabin. You know what I'm saying? Rate of fire increased by 15%. Heating race reduced by 20%. As a result of the above changes, the time to overheat has increased by 9%. So that should do more damage, right? A rate of fire that's kind of faster pew-pews means better, faster DPS. That's not a bad thing. Those auto cannons that are more like defensive auto cannons are sort of like, they feel like pea shooters sometimes. So this should help that out a lot too. Prosecutor 76 millimeter. We're trying to go as fast as we can, guys, because this test server's got me all excited. I'm not gonna lie. And there's some crazy stuff in here. Projectile speed of the Prosecutor increased by 18%. Penetration ability increased from 25% to 50%. Prosecutor getting some massive love. That's awesome. I love these kind of cannons, and I don't have these Prosecutors fused. I actually have Hawks. Hawks. But yeah, on hovers and legs, these cannons are really fun. So getting this kind of buff should be really nice. So this change will help deal damage with it. Yes, it will. The Carapace cabin. This is like one of the giant special tier cabin, a heavy special tier cabin. Perks bonus to weapon reload speed increased from 30 to 40%. Perks active time increased from 6 to 8%. I believe it's like an Echo. I don't have much experience with the Echo personally, but I believe it's like a teal version of the Echo. A very good cabin for cannons and obviously reload weapons, so that's getting a buff as well. Unpopular and inefficient cabin in comparison with other available options. Dang, well, it was already kind of expensive to have that cabin, so let's see how massive the price goes up to now on that one. Clarinet Toe. The Clarinet Toe, the most useless item in the Wasteland, is getting massive changes. Added a perk that increases the damage depending on the modules installed, similar to Young Wang. That's pretty cool. So you can be like the verifier, the Doppler guy. You can have all the bells and whistles, giving it more damage since that's the only weapon you'll have. Energy drain increase from 10 to 20 units. Probably wise since you're not going to be able to run anything else with it. Power score increased pretty massively to 2700. Holy crap. Added a 150 points to damage upon hit and 100% penetration ability. That sounds pretty cool. That sounds like pretty massive. Control of the vehicle now returns to the player in the second phase of the rocket's flight when the rocket is launched into unguided flight. That's pretty cool. So you don't have to watch it through the accelerant phase, which is pretty good. That'll save you an extra second or two. You can get back to driving around and not dying or positioning yourself to fire the next rocket. It's gonna be very interesting to see this. The time before you can transition from the first phase of the rocket to this flight to the second phase is reduced from 1 second to 0.3 seconds. So you can essentially just instantly go into boost mode. Sped up the return of the control of the vehicle after the rocket has detonated. Okay, sweet. So it is a weak weapon with a unique mechanic. The perk, damage, energy drain, and power score changes should prevent the weapon from having inflated efficiency at low power score as it was before, but make it more relevant at medium and high power scores. The rest of the changes were implemented to make gameplay more comfortable. That's interesting. I am curious to see if we're going to have some clarinet toe players. Corn Pop, I look forward to seeing what you come up with. Elephant. This is probably the most exciting thing in this that I am so upset about that I don't own these and I don't really have the coin to spare for them. Oh, broke radio. The elephant. The projectile now deals cryogenic damage upon detonation and freezes parts by 25%. The radius of the projectile's explosion reduced by 30%. That's good. That's definitely good. You're gonna need that. And you moved the weapon to the cryogenic category. So I don't really recall the elephant ever doing a ton of damage, but now that it's gonna do the cryogenic damage, oh my god. Damn. So basically 2 elephants, you're frozen 50%. There goes 50% all your damage or bonus defense modifiers. 2 elephant shots, you've got no bullet pass through, no bullet reduction, none of that, no blast reduction. Elephant is gonna be pretty nuts, guys. I don't know if you can get your hands on them or you already have them. It's gonna be a fun time to be an elephant player for sure. So low efficiency and popularity of the cannon. We decided to update the elephant's mechanic instead of just increasing its parameters, making it a predecessor to the narwhal. Due to the freeze mechanic, the elephant will be more efficient in dealing damage and helping allies to do so. Explosion radius has been reduced to limit the high efficiency of the freeze mechanic. The test server also features updated cannon textures. Pretty cool. I'm actually really excited to see this in action and not own them since I'm a cheap bastard. Let me know in the comments below if you guys have elephants and what you think. Threshers perks damage bonus increase from 7 to 8%. The perk now stacks for up to 6 times instead of 5. That's crazy. So 40% bonus damage on your threshers at max. Low efficiency changes increased efficiency when actively using this perk. So they're showing a lot of weapons love, guys, and we're gonna get into some nerfs too that you've been asking for them. The Executioner 88mm projectile speed has been increased by 18%. Penetration ability from 30 to 50%, similar to the Prosecutor logic. So awesome. We'll probably see a slight increase in Executioner price, but they're craftable, so shouldn't increase that much. The AC-64 Joule, one of my favorite autocannons in the game, but again, it comes down to me being a cheap individual, and they always are sort of inflated in price because they're pack only autocannons. So maybe I should have got these before they got buffed. So they're increasing the AC Joule damage by 12%. I love this autocannon in the Winter Mayhem, Spring Mayhem events. It's an excellent run and gun autocannon. If we had bigger maps, I would love it even more, just to use that run and gun tactic. But anyway, they're increasing the damage to solve the problem of the autocannon's low efficiency and also increase the market value. Yay. ATGM flute, there's been much debate if flutes are even viable in clan battles. I know a lot of people are like, flutes are totally viable, and then there's people that are like, flutes are awful for clan battles. Well, they're getting buffed. Perk change to hitting the target increase the damage by 14%. The bonus stacks up to 5 times. Holy crap. Each miss reduces the number of accumulated hits. That's insane. Damage increased by 38%. So massive buffs to the flute, it looks like to me. Just an increase in damage. And then also the perk increasing damage up to 5 times. What is that? 70%? That's 108% bonus damage if you can get all of it stacked together. That's insane. In its current form, the weapon is unpopular and difficult to use. It is difficult to use, I will agree with that. A new perk that is not related to projectile flight time should fix this. That's actually correct, yep. You can see flutes coming a mile away when you got a giant laser beam pointing at the sky. So that's gonna definitely fix that. But again, the biggest weakness to flutes is gonna be the flash, the sparks, what is it? I don't think the flock will handle flutes, because obviously it's player controlled. What else? Sparks, flash, Argus. Yeah, Argus will count on the flutes. Young Wang. Oh, Young Wang is getting hit where it hurts. Added a mechanic to reduce the number of projectiles in the volley from 5 to 2 if the Young Wang is upside down. Oh, they're taking away the undermounted Wangs. They said no more beefy Wangs with heavy cabins, just being nemesis in the 10k power score. RIP. Perks bonus from modules of each rarity are now 1% higher. Okay. Durability has been increased, so it's a sort of a balance. They wanted, this is a balance. This is what we want. Those undermounted Wangs, you gotta show it. You gotta show the Wang to use the Wang. Now, the weapon simultaneously shows high efficiency when mounted upside down under the armored car, and low efficiency when mounted conventionally. These changes should correct the situation. So interesting. Goodbye, Wang. So I'm pretty sure Leviathans use undermounted Young Wangs as well. Do they use undermounted? Maybe I'm wrong. I haven't looked at the mouth Leviathan. You know what I'm talking about, guys. Maybe if you guys have played clan battles or watch our clan battle streams or other clan battle streams, you know the mouth Leviathan. They use the Wang. Raijin, the Raijin getting the Nerf Hammer. Well, you know, I thought it was gonna come. It's actually coming on time. It's coming on time. I said it would come as soon as the pack was done being sold. Maybe a couple days after, a couple weeks after, and here it comes with the next season. Damage reduced by 11%. Durability reduced from 1400 to 1281 points. The perks damage and damage protection bonus increased from 7 to 12%. Perk now deactivates 10 seconds after the last hit. Rotation speed reduced by 32%. The first Nerf Hammer to rotation speed of a weapon. Oh, RIP. So with its simplicity of use, the weapon is extremely effective at a wide range of power score and shows high results not only in clan competition, but also in clan wars. I was definitely watching, I think, Masunsky, Russian streamer on Twitch, using these guys in PC clan battles. PC clan battles getting uranium. And I want to point out that PC is much harder to earn uranium than console, so that was just impressive. With these changes, the weapon will become more demanding on the player's skills while leaving unchanged the maximum possible damage and survivability. I can reword this comment for you guys. After selling as many of the new packs as possible and making the weapon OP as possible so more people would buy it, and getting all the tax from coins from the inflated market price of the Raging Cannon, we have finally decided to balance this weapon after it is done being sold and you guys have spent all your coin on really expensive ones. There, I fixed the comment. I fixed it. The Tachi perk change to, if the direction of the vehicle's movement does not match the direction of the Tachi's activation, the length of the damage zone will be significantly increased. Oh, so the Tachi's range will be increased if you mount them on the side of your build. That's pretty cool. Reduce the base damage zone length. Okay. It is now equal to the damage zone of the Tempora. Okay, so that's more of a balance, I guess. Active time reduced from 2 to 1.2 seconds, but damage increased by 125%. I've never used these guys. Tachi players, let me know what do you think of this. This seems like a balance, but that is a massive damage buff. too high efficiency at the 7,000 to 9,000 power score range when mounted in the front of the vehicle and played similarly to the Tempora. The weapon will now function more like a Tempora of epic rarity when mounted this way and will not be affected when mounted in other directions, which is in line with the original intent. Interesting. I've not really played these, so I have not much experience with the feel of them. So let me know your comments on the Tachi below if you guys have used them. All right, so the Jotun is getting a little bit of a nerf here. It looks like the puddle now reduces power and speed by 17% instead of 33%. The deacceleration effect was too strong when combined with freezing over a large area. So it's just a small nerf, not too much. Now this one, I think they just missed a typo here, but the Aurora is getting a nerf as well. Heating rate has been reduced from 20 to 10% per second. So yeah, those of you guys that have been using Auroras with miniguns and machine guns, due to its rapid heating, you're gonna be heating a little less rapidly, which is very good. Very good. Yeah, the Aurora was just it was just heating parts way too fast and taking them off so quickly, working great with miniguns and machine guns. So yes, the Nerf Hammer has hit the Aurora. Spectre 2 damage has been reduced by 3%. Perks bonus damage reduced from 4 to 3%. High efficiency and 8 to 10,000 power score ending clan confrontation. So the machine gun is quite close to its legendary counterpart, the Aspect, in terms of damage dealt per battle. It is actually. I've been saying for a long time, especially if you get few Spectres, I think they're actually a clan battle weapon. So maybe this will fix that. Alright, and on to one of my favorite underrated cabins, the Manitou, or the Manitou, or the Manitui, however you want to say it. The maximum bonus to revolvers reload speed increased from 30 to 50%. Remove the reloading of the perk. So basically you can use this perk at any time now, which is actually insane, because sometimes you would use your perk for one revolver, but then you would have another revolver that would be fully reloaded, ready to perk out again, and couldn't do it. So pretty awesome. I'm actually pretty excited for that as well. The Echo, a perk's bonus to weapon reload speed increased from 50 to 65%. Perk's active time increased from 7 to 10 seconds. So similar logic to the Carapace changes should make the Echo a little bit more viable. Track, so you guys have been asking for this for so long. Traction has significantly increased. Damn it, there goes my small tracks. I really was liking small tracks, guys, and you had to ruin it. You had to ruin a good thing. After changing the mechanics of the tracks, there was feedback on their insufficient surface traction. The change should correct this. Well, rip small tracks. The bonus to durability, so for Goliath, the bonus to durability of attached parts increased from 10 to 25%. The change encourages building a vehicle with focus on the perk, which is not currently used very often. There's a perk that gives you bonus durability to attached parts. That sounds insane. Why didn't I know about that? What can I use, like the beacon cabin with Goliath tracks and like averters? Oh my god. And a avalanche? Yes. The answer is yes. Yes, we can. And we must try this. Garrida legs, durability increase from 410 to 435. Tonnage increase from 1400 to 1500. Slightly increased traction. So a partial reversal of recent changes that have reduced Garrida's efficiency beyond expected levels. So I hate the leg meta. I hate the leg meta, guys. It's the bane of my existence. I have like 12 fused legs, Garridas, 12 fused bigrams, and I'm just always behind on which leg meta is meta. So it looks like Garridas are going to become meta again. Yeah, I don't know. Lately we've been seeing all bigram legs, so now they're trying to bring back the Garrida legs. Great. A leg I can't craft. Wonderful. So the meat grinder, perk's maximum bonus is now accumulated at 30,000 kilogram mass of the armored car instead of 20,000 kilogram before. So perk's maximum bonus damage increased from 200 to 400%. Added damage protection bonus equal to 200% at a mass of 30,000 kilograms. durability reduced from 820 to 550, mass reduced from 1100 to 730, fire and cryogenic damage resistances increased from 25 to 40%. So that is a lot of changes to the meat grinder. I don't really see the meat grinder used a whole lot. So maybe now we'll see him used more often. That's pretty good damage resistance to fire and cryo, I'll say that. These changes are aimed to strengthen heavy builds on augers, but weaken relatively light builds at low power score and achieve the following effects. Below a 15,000 kilogram mass, augers will do the same damage, but their survivability will be reduced. At masses between 15,000 kilograms and 20,000 kilograms, the damage will remain the same, but survivability will increase. Above 20,000 kilogram mass, both damage and survivability of augers will increase significantly. Reducing the mass and increasing resistances further improve the survivability of vehicles on augers. Awesome. All right, so this one guts me. These nerfs gut me, guys. Rip CROSSOUT, death of CROSSOUT. This update could be the death of CROSSOUT, or is this what you guys wanted? Is this all the nerfs in the game that you guys have wanted? The Icarus 4's flight altitude reduced 1.33 pins. Tonnage reduced from 1,350 to 1,100 kilograms. So now, Jesus. So hovers are gonna fly lower and less tonnage. So that sucks. Less armor basically, and they're gonna be lower to the ground. So there's gonna be Young Wang, Porcupine, Fortune. Fire dogs are gonna be having a field day with hovers because they're gonna be lower, easier to catch. Icarus 7 flight altitude reduced by 3 pins and is now the same as that of Icarus 4's. Tonnage reduced from 900 to 740. So again, they're gonna be lower. Is this the age of the porcupine? Are we entering the age of the porcupine meta? Is it Porcupine Fortune meta? Comments on hovers. Hovers are the best choice for using with firearms because of a number of advantages, one of which is the flight altitude of an armored car. Changing the altitude will help ground vehicles destroy parts that are mounted on top of the vehicles with hovers. Changing the tonnage should help make some builds lighter. So this change in altitude, what they're failing to mention is that it will also make it extremely easy for dog builds to catch hovers. I mean, one of the painful parts about building a fire dog, not the heavy brick dogs, but mainly like the light fire dog, is that you need a giant hover catch sticking way up in the sky to catch these hovers. Well, that's changed. With this update, we're not going to need those towering hover catches anymore. So this is kind of a buff to dogs without it being a buff to dogs, I hate to say it. So Bigram legs, speed in leg mode reduced from 55 to 45 kilometers and traction reduced. So we're in the age right now where Bigrams are really meta. They're trying to transition that away from Bigrams to Gyarados. So in its current form, the Bigram stands out for its parameters relative to other legs, which may be exacerbated once hovers are weakened. So basically they're like, once hovers get weakened, these legs are going to be even more powerful. True. With these changes, it will become the slowest mechanical leg, but we'll be able to compensate for this with wheel mode. Changing the traction will slightly weaken its ability to push other vehicles. That sucks. That sucks for Bigrams. RIP. Athena, the effect of the speed on the spread is reduced in half, so the Athena is getting a mighty buff. The change will simplify the damage dealt, and use of the perk will help the Athena to perform well on fast vehicles. That's exactly what we wanted. Fast moving explosive laser beams. Yes. Scotty, probably the worst weapon in the Hyperborea faction currently. Damage being increased by 12%. So as they said, not enough damage for a frost cannon of a legendary rarity. So you are the proud or unproud or disappointed owner of 3 Scotties. Well, now's your time to shine, baby. So the Harvester is also getting a bit of a buff. Perk now accumulates in 0.5 seconds instead of 1 second. It stacks up to 8 times, so you're going to be able to double how fast you're charging the perk of the Harvester. Perfect timing for hovers to be on the ground, basically. Kaiju, after I guess the Raijin cannon, they figured out that the Raijin was better than the Kaiju, so now they're actually going to buff the Kaiju. They removed negative effects during charging. Damage increased by 8%. Rotation speed increased by 80%. Charge shot can now only be held for 4 seconds. So it's unpopular weapon used only in combination with legs, which are not hindered by its negative effects. This change should fix the situation and make it more efficient when used with other movement parts. So that is very nice, guys. I happen to own an extra kaiju, so please go up in price. The Cyclone! Everybody has been saying nerf, 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 and the whole time I've been saying, guys, calm down. The Cyclone needs its time in the sun, and it's time for Nightfall. The maximum rate of fire is now achieved in 6 seconds instead of 4. So a slight nerf to the perk of the Cyclone. High efficiency of the autocannon. This change is due to a recent rebalance that made the rate of fire reset gradually instead of instantaneously. Draco, everyone's favorite weapon in the Wasteland, is getting a damage reduction by 12%. The damage of this flamethrower is too high, yes, for its rarity, and is close to the damage of the relic Firebug. I agree. People literally call everything a firebug. You call remedies a firebug. You call Dracos a fire. No, firebugs are firebugs. Okay? Dracos are Dracos. Fire dogs are fire dogs. And this will help make that a little bit more clear for all the wannabe firebug players that just always run Dracos. Yeah. Moving on. The Yokozuna cabin has had a mass limit reduced from 2,100 to 1,900, or not 21,000 kilograms to 19,000 kilograms. Power reduction by 9%. Perk active time reduced from 13 to 10 seconds. So the Yokozuna has been a very, very much sought after cabin, especially with these Dracos. So they're just putting more nails in the coffin of the Draco dog with this. After several changes, the cabin has gone from being forgotten to one of the most popular ones. These changes are aimed at reducing the total durability and average mobility of vehicles that use it. So rip Yokozuna. Apollo 4 durability increased from 427 to 515. Insufficient survivability for a heavy generator in comparison with other generators. So a lot of you guys were complaining the Apollo is just a big old nuke in your build. Well, it's going to take a lot more to make that nuke go off now. The Scorpion, my least favorite relic that I own, and purely own it only to show everyone how unskilled I am or that I can run a Leviathan. The damage reduction rate upon piercing parts reduced by 15%. The change in damage reduction rate should further strengthen the Scorpion's perk, which is rarely implemented in battles. So hopefully we'll be able to shoot through more of your build with the Scorpions. I'm excited to try it out. Still waiting to fuse my ghost cabin though. Porcupines are getting a little bit balancing. Blast damage reduced by 11%. Sweet. Reload time increased from 3 to 3.5 seconds. Wonderful. Maximum ammo reduced. So Porcupines, we thought they were going to be super OP when they reduced the altitude of the hovers. Well, they're balancing that out a little bit. Extremely efficient weapon with very high damage and rate of fire, even for a relic rarity. Reducing the maximum amount of ammo will additionally limit the possibility of uncontrollably throwing barrels all over the battlefield. Well, darn, that was so fun to witness. So that's tons of changes, guys, in there. And then following is just information on how to get onto the test server. If you guys are interested in getting onto the test server, you can follow these instructions below. Now, just a special note, the test server is only open today, tomorrow, and Sunday. So August 30th, August 31st, September 1st, 1300 to 1900 GMT, and then after the first phase of testing, there's going to be another round of testing next weekend to fully get everything figured out before it all goes live. So let me know in the comments below if you want me to stream on the test server before Sunday, either today or Saturday, and I'll maybe try to do a live stream for you guys. Make sure you're following at twitch.tv/Shockradio for all of our live streams, sometimes just to reduce the spam on YouTube. I don't always go live on YouTube, so just make sure you follow me over there on Twitch. That's all I got for you guys. Let me know in the comments below what you think. Special shout out to our members. Thank you for joining the channel and supporting our work. Links in the description if you would like to help support our work, whether it's a tip, donation, join in the channel. We have a couple affiliate links. You can get Dubby, Energy Formula, ExpressVPN, all down in the descriptions below. Thank you for supporting the work we do, and I will see you guys in the wasteland.